Good morning and welcome everyone to Marketing Matters. I'm Sarah Touchstone, Landmark Titles social media marketing strategist and educator, bringing you hard-hitting marketing matters every Wednesday at 10 a.m. We've been doing these for over 2 years now. We love this platform because we get the ability to not only touch on amazing marketing tactics that you can implement into your real estate business, but we get to bring real estate industry specialists and top producers on here. You can listen to me all day long and I can tell you this works. But when we bring on the top producers, the industry partners, the people that are actually out there doing this, and they tell you that it works, it's because it works. So today I've got Brooks Mashmeyer with EXP Snowbird Nation Group. He is a top producer and a team leader, and his best technique for generating leads is none other than door knocking. So Brooks, tell us a little bit about your business. Tell us about what you have prepared for us today so that we can really understand what it takes to get out there and start knocking on those doors.
Right on. Thank you for the introduction, Sarah. So my team, Snowbird Nation, brokered by EXP, my business partner handles all the contracts. I do lead generation, and our agents, if they have a lead generation question, they come to me. If they have a contract question, they go to Mike. We just focus on what we're good at and what we like. And I love socializing. So I like to say real estate license is a license to socialize. If you don't like to socialize, you're in the wrong industry. And every single one of your contracts come from leads, right? So whether it's a Snowbird Nation event, a community event, me just inviting people to go see Glendale Glitters, any event and occasion that I love door knocking. Like we're gonna rent out a movie theater this summer, and guess what? I'm knocking on my farm, and that's why I got this ring right here. That's my door knocker, right? Tools of the trade. So whether you're going up to that door for foreclosure reasons, or for, inviting them to an event, or just blatantly soliciting, you still have to learn how to knock on a door. And the nuances of knocking on a door are in depth. So I made a video about it. I hate repeating myself, so I made a video about it, and I had a lot of fun making the video because I have a lot of fun in life, but I also have a lot of fun in door knocking. Like I said, I'm a social butterfly and I like hiking, and all door knocking is hiking and socializing, two of my favorite things, right? So of course I'm going to do it. The nuances of door knocking basically are differentiating yourself from every other floozy on the street selling themselves and every other solar person knocking on every door. I mean, it's a way, you'll see in the video, but it's a way to be non-confrontational and fun and inviting people to events rather than directly soliciting them. You want to build rapport with them. First, they like you, then they trust you. A lot of people forget that about door knocking. So without further ado, here's how you door knock for whatever occasion, event you want to, but here's how you go door knocking.
All right, guys. And like Brooks said, he created a video for you all because what he's going to do is he's going to demonstrate techniques, scripts, and all of it through actually doing it. I mean, we learn by doing, or we learn by watching how it's done. So this is a really fun, interactive video, a little different for us today on Marketing Matters. And of course, if you have any questions, comments, go ahead, put them in the chat, and here we go. If you guys can give me a thumbs up just to let me know that you see it playing and that you hear it in the chat, I always appreciate that because you never know with multimedia.
Hello, I am Brooks Mashmeyer with Snowbird Nation, brokered by EXP Realty. I started off in KW, and at KW, they're a great trainer. They make you do absolutely everything. And I figured out quickly that my forte was door knocking and community events. Those two garnished me so much while I was with KW. But I love being with EXP, the stock holds, the camaraderie, everything about it. It's just a very easy model. You're about to see a video I quickly did of the multiple ways to do a door knocking campaign in a neighborhood that you want to, whether it's your farm or a neighborhood that you want to get into. There's a couple different steps, a couple different methodologies, a couple different posturing that you need to do that I've learned from that I'm going to share with you right now. Door knocking is like cold calling. It can feel very frigid. It can feel very cold. It's one of these things that you're not very comfortable with, but once you get in, you get very comfortable with. I personally do cold baths out here in Scottsdale. I enjoy them thoroughly. It is temporary. It is one of those things that you have a mind-body connection, but it's temporary, and as long as you have your breathing down, everything should be just right. Like I said, door knocking, like cold calling, can be one of those things. You get in there, it's shocking the first time, it'll shock the system out of you. Once you conquer it, then it becomes something that you own and love. So to get attention when you're door knocking, you first got to get noticed, right? So don't wear any drab clothes. Get a nice colored shirt, something respectable, but not a full-on button-up because that's too respectable. The person behind the door might not even open the door because they're in their bathrobe. Consider them. And what I like to do for added flair is have my thumb ring, have my knocking ring, right? Some man jewels go pretty far and kind of not only helping you knock on doors, which I'll show you in a bit, but also differentiate you from some just average Joe just walking around. So I like to dress up nice and wear my man jewels, but there is the chance you might just go a bit too overboard. Ain't nobody showing up to a door like this. Hey, welcome to the party. No, you are there for a reason, and don't overdo it because you don't want to intimidate the person behind the front door. And that's what I'm going to show you. There's a couple techniques on how to even stand in front of the front door and look unintimidating. I like to joke that I'm one of the most approachable people ever, right? I'm quasi good looking. I'm not disheveled or anything, and I look like I'm not going to judge you. All that comes off when somebody opens up the door is that first glance look at you. So not too much man jewels, but some man jewels to be like, does this guy have a ring on his thumb? Little things like that. Now, in addition to looking presentable, what does this look like to you guys? I'm ready for the day. I have all the snacks in the back. I have all the papers. I got my computer, my laptop. I think I'm professional. Do you think I look professional? No. Do not wear a backpack. It helps. Don't get me wrong, it helps, especially when you're knocking all day. But when you wear a backpack, you look like a little schoolboy or somebody coming to sell you religion, or who knows what they got in that bag. That's not trustworthy. So I bring my purse, my man purse, because I like to hold on to something. You could bring a tote bag. Ladies, you can get away with fanny packs. You know, that's where you carry your stuff. But backpacks always look like backpacks. They are unprofessional. So now that I got the look, I've been thinking about the scripts in my head. Let's go hit some doors. Ooh.
Don't be. Yes, you will be walking.
Yeah.
It's Arizona. You're going to want to cover up. Nah, the hat's not really working too well. Oh, hell no. The hat and sunglasses, that does not work. Oh, sunglasses themselves. Yes, they work. So there's only really 3 reasons why to knock on somebody's door in order to solicit them. Sold. We just bought or sold a house for a client of ours down the street, and we thought you should know about it so you could know how much your house is worth. And it has our contacts. It has the QR code that we talked about before that shows you how much your house is worth. We even say that right here. Scan the code to see how much your house is worth. And then on the back is also all of our social media, because people don't look up people anymore. They don't look up companies anymore. They look up Facebook, right? So have your Facebook account, your Instagram, your YouTube, if you have it. But the reason why I'm knocking on your door, sir, is because we just bought or sold a house down the street. And I wanted to know if you wanted to know how much your home is worth. The second reason I knock on anybody's door is right size sizing. Is now a good time to right size? You have no idea what's going on through the back of that door. There are seasons for this, but kids graduate, fly the coop, get out. Suddenly the parents have a house too big. So is it now time to right size your needs? There might be a divorce behind the door, a death behind the door. You never know what's behind that door. And right sizing is a great term that's not saying like, oh, you're downsizing, I'm so sorry for you. No, you're right sizing. And then we get to laugh and joke about the reasons why that is you want to right size. In fact, this is the same page I use whenever I knock on the door and say, hey, I have a client in your neighborhood that got a divorce and wants to move into your neighborhood. Like he doesn't want to leave your neighborhood. It's a lovely neighborhood. He's moving from 6,000 square feet. He's looking for something about 2,500 or less. Is your house 2,500 or less? Typically the odds are yes. And I look around and say, oh, he might actually like this place. How much would you be willing to sell this place for? Just ask them straight up. How much would you be willing to sell this place for? And they're gonna stumble a little bit, $1,001. Okay, well, tell you what, I will look that up on the computer, validate that it's correct, and if it's in his wheelhouse to do, I'm gonna come back and hopefully we could work something out together. It's that simple, just talk to people. But the main thing is, ask how much their house is worth, ask how much you could sell their house for, ask how much you could buy their house for. Right sizing. And the last of the 3 reasons why you're gonna knock on anybody's door, and it's my personal favorite because it gets you behind gated communities. It gets you behind the swankiest communities on the block. It's amazing. It's called community events. So here at Snowbird Nation, we do quarterly events. We just did the Easter Bunny photo shoot. We had a Santa Claus photo shoot before that. And guess what we're doing in July? We're having an Uncle Sam photo shoot. During the fall, we do a canned food drive. But the idea is you do a neighborhood event and you need to go door to door to inform everybody in the neighborhood of that event. You're not soliciting anybody. You could go behind gated walls and do this because it's not a solicitation. You are informing them of a neighborhood event that is coming up. For example, this is our Easter Bunny event. Notice the first words that you see, free. So most people think you're gonna sell something when you come up to the door, and you are. But in this case, you're saying free. That's the first thing out of your mouth. Hey, free neighborhood event. We're doing an Easter photo shoot on this Sunday from 12 to 3. You could bring your kids, but you could also just show up by yourself because that's super cute. When's the last time you've actually been taking a photo with the Easter Bunny? It's probably been years, so just take the opportunity. It's a neighborhood event. You get to know each other's neighbors, and we just basically have a good time, If you have any questions, I'm gonna leave this sheet of paper with you, but it is Sunday from up. So neighborhood events, we got solds, we got right sizing, we got neighborhood events. Right sizing pretty much takes up the mustard as far as the questions go. Well, what do I do in this scenario? You got to right size. Outside of the sold and the neighborhood events, right sizing is kind of a catch net for me. It does everything. So let's do this.
And just real quick,
sold
guys,
signs, sold down the street.
Notice
the QR.
All of that marketing material that you need for door knocking, we can provide for you at Landmark Title. This door hanger we designed and printed right here in-house at Landmark Title, as well as all the other flyers and the event flyers.
I have about 1.5 foot stack of those sold cards and sold door hangers in my truck. Wherever I am, I could put up the sold because there's likely a sold house down the street.
Everywhere. So definitely get your materials together as well. That's what we at Landmark Title can help you with so that you go out looking uber professional.
Barcode on this just sold sign. Right sizing, it catches everything, and neighborhood events, yeah, that's gonna get you behind gated communities. You're ready to go. You feel funky, fresh, and you look great, right? You got your MERS, you got your merch, you got your scripts all buttoned down, you're ready to go, right? And then you open up that door, and door knocking suddenly takes a whole nother level of realness, and the water gets that much colder. It gets this cold.
It's cold. How cold, Brooks?
Then master cold.
Master cold.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
Emptiness.
Forever and ever. that cold?
33 degrees cold.
And really, quite honestly, that's the reason why you want to role play. You want to script with your buds, your friends, your family, whoever's not going to make too much fun of you. Knock on their door. Tell them that you're going to practice once, twice, 3 times, 7 times, whatever it takes. Because once you get into the routine, it's kind of like muscle memory and stuff. You're no longer afraid, and every single door you open up, you're going to start visualizing the person that you practiced with. So, do it with somebody you love, because you never know what's behind those doors. And by looking at them as the person you love, looking at them as a friend or a family, you're literally just going door to door and talking to your friends and family. It comes off as relaxing, enjoyable, insightful, like you're talking to a good bud. So scripts and role playing a couple times before you leave is probably a prudent move. Where you position your body when that door opens is also important. Consider there's somebody inside who knows you not. It's a complete stranger. So when they open up the door, do you want to be like this? Or do you want to take a much more subtle and relaxed tone and lean up against something like you own the place? This has been my best position as far as getting people outside their house. If you stand in front of their door, in front of their foyer, they cannot leave. If you take a few steps back, that invites them to come out and meet you on your turf. Not only is it a mental, but it's also a physical kind of pond to play. If you're blocking the door, they can't come through. If you're a couple feet away, then they feel safe, and they might even feel safe enough to come out of their door jamb to talk to you. It's a different connotation. Third body movement that I like to do, don't even look at the person. Look away like you're looking at an eagle or something exciting in their neighborhood. So, knock on the door. When the door opens up, you're all looking over here. There's nothing over there, but I'm looking over there. I'm not even looking at you. So if you open up the door and the person looks like this, I'm no threat. In fact, I might be letting you know, because of my demeanor, because of my outfit, because of my attitude, that there's something going on in your neighborhood that you should be aware of. Those are the 3 body movements I would suggest you take. At the end of the day, the person on the inside doesn't know you. They're scared of you already. Give them some breath. Give them some talking space. Don't show up with your eyes all crazy like. I like doing the sunglasses because it's Phoenix, and why not? I'm not gonna wear a hat, as we just discussed. So I'll wear my sunglasses. Let's get to scripts. Oh, hey. I was just coming by to let you know that we sold a house down the street in the neighborhood for bangers bucks. It was lines around the block. I don't know if you saw it or not, but I was just wondering, if you were to sell your home, how much would you sell your home for? Okay. Well, just to let you know, here is a door hanger for you. We sold the house down the street. And when you hit this QR code with your phone, then you get a free, no hassle, whatever, about how much your home is worth. And if you're interested in actually talking about how much your home is worth, then my contact is on there as well. Facebook's on the back in case you want to check me out. Have a lovely day. Oh, you want to sell your house for $1.1 million? Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, hold on to this. I have your address. I'll write it down in my book and whatnot. Then when I get back to the office, I'll figure out what the comps are. I'll figure out if it's worth $1.1 million. And who knows, we might be able to put a deal together. So here's this, and I will be seeing you soon. Thank you. Oh, hey there. I have a buddy who's looking to move into this neighborhood. He's actually getting a divorce, but he wants to stay in the neighborhood because it's such a lovely place. I don't blame him. It's great. I just walk around here and everything. But he wants to stay in the neighborhood. He's downsizing from like 6,000 square feet and is looking for about 2,500 square feet. It's a lovely place. It might fit his bill or might not. Is this 2,500 square feet-ish? Okay. That's about right on. How much would you sell this place for if it was offering? Oh, okay. Well, things change. So if there's any shift, if there's any right sizing going on in your house, just keep this in mind. You know, we have houses all over the place and stuff like that, but I'm hitting up this neighborhood. So if you hear of anybody who is looking to sell their house with that kind of criteria in this neighborhood, I'll take you out to lunch or something. Meanwhile, here's my info sheet. It has my information, everything like that. So if you hear of anybody that has any kind of real estate needs or is moving out of this neighborhood, or if you even want to just talk about how much your home is worth or reconsider, just give me a line. All right, have a lovely day. Hey there. I got a buddy who's getting a divorce and doesn't want to leave the neighborhood, so he's looking to right size himself. He's coming down from 6,000 square feet to 2,000 square feet, and he wants to stay here. So I gotta ask, he asked me to ask because he likes your house, how much would you sell your house for if somebody was gonna buy it from you? Oh, okay, you're actually considering selling your house. That's fantastic. You know, he does like this house. It's a lovely house. I can see from the inside and outside. I like the way you did your XYZ. Let's make an appointment for me to come back. I got to do my due diligence for him, my client, and go from door to door to door and try to get as many houses as possible for him to choose from. But you said you would sell for $1.1 million? Okay, that's fantastic. Let me leave you with this right sizing. It's got my name and contact on it. And also, I'm gonna write down your address, so Tuesday works for you? Okay, I'm gonna give you my card too, my personal card. It's got the QR code on the back in case you wanna see how much your house is worth, but I'll tell you right now, with this market, get you so much more. So here's my card, and here's the sheet about right sizing. That's Mike, the CEO and founder. And then, yeah, if we chat about it and the numbers are right, then we're gonna make another appointment for him to come down and check everything out and do his diligence. Oh, that's why you're moving. You're going through a divorce? I'm sorry to hear that. He is too. These things happen. Shift happens, right? So if you're looking to right size yourself, you are. Condo. Okay, well, you want to go into a rental. I could see that. Your credit? Yeah, your credit's bad. Yeah. Well, interesting to know. I've dealt with many divorcees and separating their assets and everything of that nature. It's kind of a complex thing, but the biggest thing about dealing with splitting assets is you both need to agree on a realtor. Now, I don't know you, you don't know me, I came to you, you didn't come to me. So that's gonna play well with your counterpart because we don't know each other, I don't know him, I'm gonna work for your best interests. We'll figure out what price point you guys want this house to be sold for, and we'll get there. Meanwhile, I'll talk to him to see if he would like this house, and we'll make a date to circle back around. My name is Brooks. Okay, Betty, that's fantastic to hear. Okay, well, I might even bring some Girl Scout cookies back because it sounds like this is gonna take a while. All right, I will see you next Tuesday about noon, and you have a lovely day.
Guys, this is actually how Brooks talks.
Yeah, there's a lot of divorces out there. That's a real situation.
And he does bring Girl Scout cookies.
Hello, we are doing a free neighborhood event. It is free photos with the Easter Bunny in the park. It's gonna be the Sunday before Easter from 10 to 3. The egg roll is on at 1 o'clock. Let me just go ahead and leave this with you. It's got my contact information on it if you had any questions. And I do have to ask, who do you know that's looking to sell their house right now? Okay, awesome. Well, I appreciate it. And I will see you Sunday. Please keep me in mind for any kind of real estate needs. Thank you. Hello. We are doing a free neighborhood Easter Bunny event. Excellent. I love Easter Bunny events. Come on in.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I don't need to come in. It's a free Easter event. It's Sunday. It's from 12 to 3, and there's an egg roll also at 1 o'clock. Here is all the information you need, and you have a lovely day, sir. Well, safety is a big concern. You never know what's going to be behind that door. They could be a divorcee looking to talk for hours. It could be somebody who doesn't want to see you, or it could be jackals and antelopes. You never know. So take proper precautions. I suggest you bring some mace with you just in case. And never get into somebody's house that you feel uncomfortable with. The main objection I'm hearing right now from homeowners who don't want to sell their home but take advantage of the market is, where would I go? Now that's a valid argument, right? So I play to the terms. I say, well, you want to take advantage of the market, right? I mean, it's at all-time high, yeah? Yeah. Okay, and you don't know where to go because you're gonna have to spend heftily to live in a different area, is that correct? Yeah. Okay, well, back in 2007, what they were doing is selling their houses to investors who would let them stay in the house as renters. And then when the bottom dropped out, they bought the house back with money in their pocket. Yeah, that's how you take advantage of a high market. And if you just want to get goofy with them, you could always be like, hey, just move into your trailer. Yeah. So then now that I've freaked you out enough, there is a payoff to door knocking. Like, there's a reason for this. There's a method to the madness. You got 3 reasons why you're knocking on the door. You converse with people, and then boom, you get yourself a lead. Boom, you get yourself another lead. Boom, you get yourself a listing. We're not talking about buyers. Yeah, these guys are buyers, but they're sellers before they're buyers. And in this market, we are all looking for more sellers. You know it, I know it. Clients will go with whoever's in front of them, so get in front of them, door knock. I've gotten listings out in Goodyear. I had 1 listing and I door knocked it and told people that I will sell it. Like those sold signs, I didn't sold it, I will sell it. And watch me and watch my story and watch what I do. And I did open houses for the neighborhood and I garnished all this attention. Then I got another listing from door knocking, talking to those people. And then another listing. I had 3 signs on the same street. People were going bananas over it. They're like, oh my God, you're rocking the block. And then I got number 4 and 5. And then time went on and I sold all those, but then I got another 6 and 7 after that on the same street. So you never know. When you plant these seeds, when you hand out your cards, when you're a personable kind of person and you enjoy talking, just make sure that you're steering them always in the direction of, are you gonna sell your home and for how much? If you have any questions about door knocking skills, numbers, scripts, anything, please ask Sarah Touchstone with Landmark Title, who is hosting this event. And if you want to get a hold of me directly, my email is brooks@snowbirdnation.us. That's .us because EXP is global. We have a wide turf. So my email again is brooks@snowbirdnation.us. Hit me up with any questions, join my team, and I'll train you personally. Otherwise, ask Sarah. She's got the scripts. She's been extremely helpful with this entire thing. Awesome. Thanks, guys. Yay. There's opportunity behind every door. Notice the small things like this cute door and remark, hey, that's a cute door. This place has sports. Never know what's going on behind that door. They say their name. That is very inviting. This door, no solicitations. When it comes to no solicitations, I still knock on the door, but I say, hey, I'm in the neighborhood. I'm looking to buy a home for my friend, for people who are willing to sell their home. But I just noticed you have a lovely house and you have a lovely day. Behind every door is an opportunity. You never know what's going on behind that door. The best thing you can do is knock and find out. Money, 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 money. I'm running in the money, 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 money. I get that fast money in a fly car. I get that fast money in a fly cars. Money, 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 money. I'm running in the money, 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 money. I get that fast money in a.
And Brooks, you actually just listed another home yesterday in the same neighborhood that you've been farming and door knocking in. So it's like number 8, 9, 10, something like that.
And I got a pretty good line on a guy who wants to sell, but he needs to build first in December. So still working that neighborhood.
Right? Yeah. So these techniques work, guys. Does anybody have any questions for Brooks? And of course, this presentation will be available online. If you like, Brooks, you actually have scripts written out for door knocking as well.
I have a whole lot of things. Me and my group have a whole lot of things. Foreclosures are coming up with this recession, this impending recession. Start practicing now.
Yes. And guys, door knocking is one of those techniques. It's it's scary at first,
Mhm.
and it's hard to get into it because it is kind of like, oh my gosh, like I've got to go so far outside of my comfort zone. But once you get out there and once you start doing it, it's really a lot of fun. Like it really just takes those first couple of houses, those first couple of conversations to kind of get the jitters out and to get your footing in, you know, what you're saying, what you're doing. But once you are in the process, it gets really easy. Like it gets to the point where, like I said, it's not just like, oh, I'm out here working. You are enjoying yourself because you're getting to have conversations with people. And let's face it, if you're not having conversations with people every day, then why are you really in real estate? So it gives you the ability to just go out and do it. So don't be afraid of it. It's really a lot of fun. Just, you know, work on your scripts. Let us know at Landmark Title 2 how we can help you with any of the materials or anything that you need to get out there and do it. Because I'll tell you what, guys, there's not a lot of people, there's not a lot of agents that actually do this technique. So for whatever reason, they don't want to do it. Everybody else wants to lead generate behind a computer, behind a phone. Get in front of people and you will stand out. So Brooks, we do have a question. What do homeowners see when they scan the QR code? Where does it take them to? And what happens next? And I know that your team has gone through multiple versions of the QR code. So give us a little background of how it's evolved and what you kind of have come to in this evolution.
So the QR code, we use it for everything. It links to events, this, that, the other. But the sold one on the door hanger that you're referring to, that was last year's HomeBot. Now, HomeBot automatically, you know, has the homeowner put in an address and then gives them a financial amount of their house, which I no longer do because that's my job. And HomeBot also has a lower price. There's a reason why Zestimates are so high. They're enticing people to sell their house. So if I come in with a lowball offer, no, it looks unfavorable. But honestly, they could do whatever they want. I'm a smash and grab kind of guy. Are you looking to buy or sell right now? No. Next. Are you looking to buy or sell right now? Yes. Great. If you play the numbers, if you play the odds, you're going to come across easier fruit. And that's what you're hunting for. The QR code is just a lasting image, you know, of how much your house is worth. And they may or may not call you back. Whatever. Smash and grab, see who's looking to do it right then, right there, and move on.
Yeah, I think the latest QR code that we've developed together with Landmark Title is it takes people to a link tree that has all of your contact information.
Social media.
It takes them to a link tree, or not a link tree. It takes them to a digital business card, so they can download all of your information with one click. So they can get your website. They can get your email, your Facebook, your phone number by literally clicking on it and clicking download, and boom, all of your contact information is right there available at their fingertips. I think that's the last thing that we've actually developed with your QR code.
Yeah, contact me to figure out how much your house is worth, because that's my freaking job.
That's your freaking job.
Yeah.
All right, we got another question. Oh, go ahead.
Greg is asking how you could tweak it to be in your own personal neighborhood. Greg, that's a great place to be.
Perfect place to be. It's probably the easiest place to actually door knock, because even those people with no solicitation signs, as soon as you open the door, or they open the door and you're like, hey, I'm your neighbor, they're like, oh. Yeah.
So I wouldn't say neighbor, I would say I live down the street, implying that you're the neighbor. If you say that they're neighbor, people might call BS on that. It might be a weird kind of scenario, but be like, hey, I live down the street. We're doing this free community event. Hey, I live down the street. I just sold that house over there. This is how much it was worth. You want to know how much your home is worth. And who do you know that's looking to buy or sell a house? Not, do you know anybody who's looking to buy or sell a house? Who do you know who's looking to buy or sell their house? Never ask yes or no questions. Lead the conversation. Yeah. The 3 reasons, you got it. Right size, looking to buy, looking to sell, and then community events. Yeah.
Yep.
In my experience, they don't open the door. Daniela, you're a girl. They should open the door. Girls sell. So you might be standing right in front of the door, preventing them from wanting to open the door. We've all seen the television, the people trying to sell you something. They stand really close to your door. It's weird. And depending on where the door opens, you want to be cat-a-corner across that. You don't want to be on the same area that the door opens, because then they have to come out. They're probably looking out a peephole before they come out. Another thing is you might hit the wrong time. Try the weekends instead, you know? Some suggestions. If you have any like other issues, bring it up to Sarah.
We got another question.
Is there anything you do in terms of prep work in advance of door knock on someone's door? Yeah. Jumping jacks, get the jitters out, because it is muscle memory, but it is freaky every time. You never know. You just assume.
And other prep work too that they might be referring to. A lot of times you can couple mailers with door knocking. In fact, you should couple those two together. That could be your prep work. So send out your mailers, just sold, follow up with door knocking. Now you've already prepped these people with your face. They've seen your material. Maybe they threw it away. Maybe they didn't, but there is a level of familiarity that they can have when it comes to now you're actually at their door. Oh my gosh, you're a real person. I mean, how often do we get stuff in the mail from realtors and it's so impersonal? It's just another piece of mail. But what if that person then showed up at your door and all of a sudden they were actually a real person?
Yeah, Deanne Fry, a friend of mine out of West Realty, West USA. She described it like this. What happens if you get like an invite to go watch Dr. Bronner's speak at a public auditorium in the mail? Okay, now you're made aware of it. And then you get a door hanger that Dr. Bronner's is coming to town and he's inviting you to come to an auditorium and listen to him. Okay, now you're super aware of it. Next thing you know, Dr. freaking Bronner's is knocking on your door, inviting you to go to his symposium. You're more than likely going to be recognizing that man in front of the door because you've done the groundwork for it, and you're more than likely to go to the conversation he's having and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
So lay the groundwork like that. That makes sense.
Yeah, and if anybody wants to know what Brooks is talking about, it's that Castile soap that has all the weird sayings on it.
Love Dr. Bronner's. People do warm up usually when you tell them that you live in the neighborhood. I try not to say neighbor. I try to say I live down the street, because this is, you got to do multiple farms sometimes. I live in the neighborhood, way the hell over there.
Yeah, like 10 streets over, but it's like we're neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
It's the neighborhood, maybe a different community.
What time would you go to the mail? Some 3 to 5. What would be the time to go after your? Oh, gotcha. EDDM. It usually hits the streets probably about the next day or the day after you drop it off and whatnot. Door knock. Let's say you have an event. You want to do your EDDM, and then the following week do door hangers, and then the following week door knock. So you're taking a month to actually get everything that you need in place to do whatever you're going to do. So whether it's an event, a sold, whatever, treat it like a month, because it should take about 3 weeks for you to complete everything you need to do between EDDM, door knocking, and door hangers. So I would say give it a week.
Perfect. All right, guys. Well, if you have, Brooks, can you put your contact information in the chat as well? In case anybody has any other follow-up questions, would be awesome. And I'm going to follow up with other classes that we have coming up. So we got a CE class, Commissioner Standards. This is coming up. I think this is next Tuesday, May 24th. Look, there's a QR code for registration, guys. QR codes work. So if you would like credit for Commissioner Standards, please attend. If you would like information about this, we don't run any of our landmark classes, CE classes, through the summer. However, each of our individual reps do these classes. So if you would like to attend, let us know and we'll get you registered. And then we've
I gotta
got
go
a
have
fun,
breakfast with my. I gotta go have breakfast with my kids. So I'm
oh
gonna-
yeah, do it. Bye.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Chris. Then we've got a fun workshop coming up for our Prescott office. I know we've got some of our Prescott agents on here, but I'll be coming up and I will be doing a GIF, a Canva, a Reels for Realtors workshop. Come to all three, come to one. We'll be doing custom GIFs up there as well. So if you'd like information, reach out to Michelle or myself, and we would love to see you. This is going to be Tuesday, June 21st. And then at the end of June, we've got a mastermind class. And then we do a follow-up mastermind session after. So the class is going to be June 29th, and this is Realtor Wingman Boot Camp. Yes, we at Landmark Title get inspired by what is going on around us, like Top Gun coming out. This will be a really fun one. This identifies your brand ambassadors in your sphere of influence and helps you to implement techniques to train them how to give referrals. So this will be in person as well in Scottsdale. Let us know if you would like to attend the class and the mastermind series after. This is a highly effective series into training your brand ambassadors. And that's it for us today, guys. Thank you to all of our business development managers. Reach out to them if you would like more information about what we talked about today. Reach out to Beth, Becky, Melinda, Mary, Patty, Michelle, and Prescott, Michael, Tom, or Renee. They would be happy to help you and help you to get some of those materials that you need to door knock. And then, of course, thank you to Landmark Title for allowing us to bring you Marketing Matters every Wednesday at 10 a.m. We have 7 offices here in the Valley and 1 in Prescott to service all of your escrow and title needs. So please, after you've gone out door knocking and you've gotten that listing, think of putting Landmark Title into the contract. We would love to help you with your next deal. That's it for us today, guys. We'll see you next week.